Christmas in Poland. It's a major annual celebration, as in most countries of the Western world, but there are some traditions that are especially unique to their culture.
Linda Friedrich and Alicia Germain from the Polish Center of Discovery and Learning are here to talk tradition. Ladies, welcome and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
In the Polish culture, there are some specific, unique traditions that you grew up with and did, and that the whole culture celebrated around the holidays. And Christmas Eve, in particular, was a very special time.
Yes, Christmas Eve is the most important day in the Polish culture, and it is called Wigilia or Wilia. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I'm trying. And it is always a very important day, and it's done differently in different parts of Poland, and I just recently learned this, and Alicia celebrated it a little bit differently than my family celebrated it. But it's always a lot of food sharing, a lot of special times together, and there are some special foods that we have only on Christmas Eve.
So take us through the dinner, because I think a lot of people, that's the unique tradition.
Okay.
It's the Christmas Eve dinner, because a lot of people go for Chinese food, but not in the Polish tradition.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's a thing.
we never did that.
No,
It's a
because
thing.
the Polish custom is a whole lot different and a whole lot nicer.
It's always homemade,
Mm-hmm.
and the most important part is the Oplatek, which comes in a little envelope like this that you get at Stanislaus Church and other churches as well around the area. And it is kind of like communion wafer. And there are 3 pink ones, and 3 white ones rather, and 1 pink one. And you pass them around to each other on Christmas Eve dinner, and you wish each other good luck and good health. And Alicia's grandmother had a wonderful tradition, which I just learned, and why don't you say what it is?
She would always reserve the pink one for the pets in the family. And,
No way.
Yeah, and you would sort of wish them well and, you know, be thankful for having them in your family. And you would feed them some of the pink wafer, and supposedly the tradition was that they would speak at midnight. So,
Really? And that was specific, your family did that? And it
Yeah.
makes sense because
Yes.
pets are family members.
And traditionally, you use the pink one to give to the cows, because the cows were at the manger when Christ was born.
Huh.
So it was a very special privilege for them to do that. So, but I love the animals
so
speaking. at
reserved
midnight
for
part.
animals.
That's a great tradition. Now, another tradition, apparently there's hay under the table, is that right?
Yes.
How does that work out?
And you have hay under the center of the table, just a little bit of it, because you want to remind people that Christ was born in a manger. Again, my family never did this. Alicia's did. So it's just different parts of Poland celebrate it differently, and their traditions were passed down differently.
Very cool.
So every single year you had hay under the tablecloth on the dinner table?
Yes.
And now the dinner, the actual celebration, the amount of dishes is always odd. Is that true?
Yes, odd numbers are very magical numbers, apparently. And if you were on the poorer side, you had 7 meatless dinner dishes. And if you were more well-to-do, you had 13 meatless dishes.
And we're looking at some of them right now. What are some of your favorite dishes that are served this time of year?
My favorite is pierogies.
Pierogies?
Potato and cheese pierogies.
Well, it's your lucky day. We're making it
Oh,
today.
good.
Perfect. We're good to go.
I
then.
You don't
believe-
have to wait until
I love
Christmas
those.
Eve.
But we have the pictures that we're showing here were all from Burnett's Polish Deli, and they're all a lot of different things. Food comes from the forests, the lakes, the orchards, and the fields.
So it's almost forage in a sense.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
it's what they had available to them.
And so we keep those traditions alive today by using foraged foods.
Yes, we do. A lot of mushrooms were used, poppy seed, which symbolizes the beginning of life. So the babka bread, it's on the table there someplace. There's some babka bread made with poppy seeds. The egg noodles have poppy seeds sprinkled on them. There's the kruszki, and I'm probably saying that wrong too, but they're pastries with sugar, powdered. Thank you, powdered sugar on them.
they call them angel wings in the grocery store.
Oh, yes.
Much
yes.
easier to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Now,
that I can
Alicia,
pronounce.
what is your favorite Christmas Eve dish? If you had to pick, I know it's so hard when people ask you what your favorite.
I like the kapusta, which is typically cabbage with the noodles. I do like that one, and I like all varieties of the pierogies. So.
I love pierogies too.
One of the varieties on the table was blueberry pierogies,
Really?
which are also very yummy. My grandmother used to make them with plums,
So you can
too.
do sweet and savory pierogies.
Yeah.
I've only known just the savory ones with the cabbage and the bacon and all
Right.
that.
And the cheese
Yeah.
and our producer just reminded us about pickled herring. Is that something that you grew up eating?
Schledgy, yes.
Yes.
Pickled herring, also called schledgy.
Slushy.
If you eat, the more you eat on Christmas Eve, the more good luck you have. throughout the year.
Really? Well,
so I'm going to
can
start
I find luck
eating
in
it.
other ways? Pickled herring?
No,
can
I
I
think you
like
should
break a
start eating
wishbone
more
or
of it.
something?
Follow it with some vodka.
There we
Oh,
go.
that's it. That's the tip.
That's also
Very
tradition.
good. That's also tradition. Are there any other specific traditions? No, I know that you've mentioned this, but
One thing is that you always set an extra empty place at the table, and that is to symbolize the deceased members of the family. And if someone comes to the door, they get that seat at the table.
Very cool. You know, the wandering traveler, you always
Yes.
want to invite them into
Yes.
your home.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Great traditions. Well, ladies, thank you so much for sharing these with us today.
You're
We're
welcome.
going to keep the celebration going because today on Mass Appeal, in keeping with traditions, we're going to head to the kitchen. We're